Kylie Jenner just dropped a bombshell that nobody saw coming, and if the rumors are true, this changes everything about her relationship with Timothée Chalamet. Sources are claiming that Kylie has been telling people she's pregnant, and the timing of this revelation couldn't be more suspicious. Just as reports were swirling that Timothee was pulling away, that he was checked out, that the relationship was hanging by a thread, suddenly there's a baby on the way. So, is this a genuine pregnancy? Or is this the ultimate relationship insurance policy? And what does this mean for Timothee's carefully cultivated career, especially as he's in the middle of his biggest Oscar campaign yet? Before we break down this entire situation and all the messy implications, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we're covering all the celebrity drama that goes beyond the headlines. Trust me, this story has layers that will make you question everything you thought you knew about this relationship. Now, let's get into it. The blind item that's causing absolute chaos online reads like this. The reality star with the lucrative side gig told a couple of people that she's pregnant. Now, in the world of blind items, that description fits Kylie Jenner perfectly. She's a reality star from one of the most famous families in the world, and her lucrative side gig is her billion-dollar cosmetics empire. And apparently, she's been confiding in select people that she's expecting a baby with Timothée Chalamet. Now, let's be clear about something right off the bat. Kylie is no stranger to pregnancy. She has 2 children already, Stormi and Air, both with her ex Travis Scott. She knows how to handle pregnancy in the public eye. She famously hid her first pregnancy completely, not confirming it until after Stormi was born. With her second pregnancy, she was slightly more open but still kept things relatively private. So if she is pregnant now, the fact that she's allegedly telling people, even just a select few, suggests that this isn't about privacy. This is strategic. Because here's what we know about the state of Kylie and Timothee's relationship right now. It's not good. Multiple sources have been reporting for weeks that things are falling apart. Timothee is in full Oscar campaign mode, promoting multiple films, doing press tours, attending events, and he has very little time for Kylie. He's been allegedly blowing her off when she asks to hang out. He didn't show up for her birthday. He wasn't at her mother Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party. He allegedly wasn't at Thanksgiving, or if he was, there's zero photographic evidence despite Kylie's desperate attempts to drop hints and clues that he was there. And now, just as everyone is starting to openly discuss the possibility that this relationship is over or about to be over, suddenly there's pregnancy news. The timing is almost too perfect, and that's what has people questioning whether this is real or whether this is a last-ditch effort to lock Timothee down before he completely walks away. Let's talk about what a pregnancy would mean for Timothee specifically, because this isn't just about Kylie. This is about a young actor who's at a critical point in his career. Timothée Chalamet has been carefully building his reputation as a serious actor, an artist, someone who chooses interesting roles and works with respected directors. He's been nominated for an Oscar before. He's positioned himself as the next generation of leading men in Hollywood. And right now, he's campaigning for another potential Oscar nomination for his recent work. In Hollywood, image is everything, especially during award season. Voters are paying attention not just to your performance, but to who you are as a person, what you represent, how you conduct yourself. And if Timothee were to get Kylie pregnant and then leave her, especially right after the pregnancy is announced or becomes public, the backlash would be nuclear. He would be painted as the villain, the heartless celebrity who knocked up a single mother and abandoned her. His carefully cultivated nice guy, artistic, sensitive image would be destroyed overnight. So if Kylie is pregnant, she's essentially created a situation where Timothee is trapped. He can't leave without looking like a complete monster. He can't publicly distance himself from her without facing massive criticism. He would be forced to stay, at least publicly, at least through the pregnancy, and probably well beyond. And that's exactly the kind of leverage someone would need if they were desperate to hold on to a relationship that was clearly ending. Now, some people might say, well, maybe Kylie genuinely wanted another baby. Maybe this was planned. Maybe they're both happy about it. But here's the problem with that narrative. If this pregnancy was planned and they were both excited, why isn't Timothee acting like it? Why is he still maintaining complete radio silence about the relationship? Why hasn't he shown up for any major events in her life? Why does he continue to refuse to publicly acknowledge that they're even together? The answer is probably that he either doesn't know yet, or he does know and he's absolutely panicking behind the scenes trying to figure out how to handle this situation without destroying his career and reputation. Because make no mistake, a pregnancy announcement right now would force his hand in a way that nothing else could. And then there's the Lourdes Leon situation, which adds another fascinating layer to all of this. Lourdes, also known as Lola, is Madonna's daughter, and she happens to be Timothee's first love. They dated when they were teenagers, back when they were both students at LaGuardia High School of Music and Art in New York. By all accounts, it was a real relationship, puppy love between two creative kids who were just starting to figure out who they were. In a Vanity Fair interview, Lourdes opened up about their relationship for the first time, saying, "I respect him a lot. We were a little item, my first boyfriend." And when Timothee was asked about Lourdes years ago in an interview with Andy Cohen, he visibly blushed and got flustered. He talked about how fun it was dancing with Madonna that night, how cool that experience was, but he clearly didn't want to go into detail about the relationship itself. The chemistry and nostalgia were obvious. And according to sources, Kylie is deeply insecure about Lourdes. She's triggered by her. She tries to play it cool, but everyone can see that it bothers her. Because Lourdes isn't just some random ex-girlfriend. She's Madonna's daughter, which means she has just as much clout and fame as Kylie does, if not more in certain circles. She's drop-dead gorgeous. She's artistic and creative in ways that align with Timothee's interests and aesthetic. She's from his world, the New York artistic theater kid world, not the Los Angeles reality TV influencer world. And here's the kicker. Sources are claiming that Timothee is still in contact with Lourdes. He's told Kylie that she has nothing to worry about, that they're just friends, that it's ancient history. But the fact that he still gives Lourdes his time, that he still maintains that connection, is deeply unsettling for Kylie. Because she knows that first loves hold a special place. She knows that the girl who knew him before he was famous, before the pressure and the expectations and the carefully managed public image, that girl has access to a version of him that Kylie will never have. So if Kylie is pregnant, you have to wonder if part of the motivation is to create a permanent tie to Timothee that Lourdes could never compete with. Because no matter what history they have, no matter how much chemistry or connection they might still have, if Kylie has Timothee's baby, she's the mother of his child forever. That's a bond that can't be broken, a connection that Lourdes could never threaten. It's also worth noting that Kylie has a pattern when it comes to relationships and morphing into whoever her partner's ex is. When she was with Tyga, she started looking and acting more like Blac Chyna, Tyga's ex and the mother of his child. When she was with Travis Scott, she adopted aesthetics similar to his ex, young Sweet Ro. And with Timothee, she's literally stolen Lourdes Leon's entire vibe. The face, the poses, the whole rich, artistic European cinema girl aesthetic with a movie star parent. Kylie has adopted all of it. That's not normal. That's not just being influenced by the people around you. That's someone who's so insecure in their own identity that they feel the need to become whoever they think their partner wants them to be. And when that strategy isn't enough to keep the person around, what's the next logical step? Create a permanent tie that can't be severed. A baby. Now, let's talk about Timothee's recent interviews because this is where things get really interesting. He's been dropping hints about wanting kids. Not in a "I'm ready to be a father right now" kind of way, but in a wistful, someday kind of way that's perfectly calculated for his Oscar campaign. Talking about wanting a family makes him seem mature, grounded, like someone who's thinking about the future and not just focused on fame and career. But the timing of these comments, combined with the pregnancy rumors, raises questions. Did he know Kylie was pregnant when he made those comments? Was he trying to get ahead of the narrative, to make it seem like this was something he wanted so that when the news breaks, people don't immediately assume he's been trapped? Or are these comments completely unrelated, and he's about to be blindsided by news that's going to completely derail his carefully planned Oscar campaign? Because let's be real about what a pregnancy announcement would do to his campaign. It would dominate the conversation. Every interview would be about Kylie and the baby. Every red carpet appearance would be scrutinized for signs of their relationship status. Voters would be forming opinions not just about his acting, but about his personal life, his choices, his character. And if there's even a whiff of drama or dysfunction in the relationship, if it looks like he's unhappy or trapped or resentful, that could absolutely cost him votes. The Academy loves a good personal story, but they prefer stories of redemption, growth, and stability. They don't love messy relationship drama, especially when it involves someone from a reality TV family that many in the industry look down on. Timothee has worked so hard to be taken seriously as an artist, to distance himself from typical celebrity culture. And Kylie, fairly or unfairly, represents everything that serious actors and filmmakers tend to roll their eyes at. The influencer culture, the constant social media presence, the carefully manufactured image, the reality TV roots. So if he's suddenly about to become a father with Kylie Jenner, he's going to have to figure out how to navigate that in a way that doesn't undermine everything he's built. And that's a nearly impossible task, especially if the relationship is as shaky as it appears to be. There's also the question of whether Kylie would actually go through with having another baby in a relationship that's this unstable. She already has 2 kids. She knows how much work it is, how much of a commitment it requires, how much it changes your life. Would she really choose to have a 3rd child with someone who won't even show up to her birthday party? With someone who refuses to publicly acknowledge their relationship? With someone who's clearly more interested in his career than in building a life with her? The answer might be yes if she's desperate enough to hold on to him. Because Kylie has shown time and time again that she struggles to let go of relationships. She couldn't let go of Tyga until Travis came along. She couldn't fully let go of Travis until Timothee entered the picture. And now she's clinging to Timothee, even though all signs point to him being checked out. She has a pattern of not being able to be alone, of needing to have someone to focus on, someone to build her identity around. And if that's the case, if she's that codependent and that afraid of being single, then yes, having a baby could absolutely be something she would do to try to make the relationship permanent. Not because she necessarily wants another child right now, but because she wants Timothee, and a baby is the one thing that would guarantee he couldn't fully walk away. It's also worth considering what Kylie's family might think about all of this. The Kardashian-Jenners are masters of controlling narratives and managing public perception. They know how to spin any situation to their advantage. If Kylie is pregnant, Kris Jenner is already 10 steps ahead, planning how to announce it, how to frame it, what the photo shoots will look like, how to maximize the publicity and turn it into a positive story. But even Kris might be concerned about this situation. Because Timothee isn't like Travis Scott or any of the other men who've been in the family's orbit. He's not someone who's comfortable with the Kardashian machine. He's actively resistant to it. He won't play ball the way they need him to in order to control the narrative. And that makes him unpredictable and potentially problematic. If Kylie is pregnant and Timothee decides he wants nothing to do with it, or if he stays but is visibly miserable, that's not a good look for anyone. The family has already dealt with their share of baby daddy drama, from Scott Disick to Tristan Thompson to Travis Scott. They don't need another situation where one of the sisters is playing the victim, dealing with an absent or difficult father, trying to co-parent with someone who doesn't want to be there. So, as this story continues to unfold, there are really only a few possible outcomes. 1. The pregnancy rumors are completely false, just speculation based on nothing, and Kylie and Timothee continue their weird limbo relationship until it eventually fizzles out. 2. Kylie is pregnant, Timothee is on board, and they figure out how to make it work, at least publicly. 3. Kylie is pregnant, Timothee is panicking, and we're about to witness one of the messiest celebrity breakups in recent memory. Or 4. Kylie is pregnant, Timothee doesn't know yet, and he's about to find out in the most public, chaotic way possible. Any of those scenarios would be dramatic, but options 3 and 4 would be absolute chaos. Because if Timothee is trapped by a pregnancy he didn't plan for or want, or if he finds out through the media that Kylie has been telling people she's pregnant before she told him, the fallout would be nuclear. His team would be scrambling. Her team would be in damage control mode. And the rest of us would be watching it all unfold in real time. What's clear is that this relationship has been dysfunctional from the start. A power imbalance, different priorities, different lifestyles, different levels of fame and public exposure. Timothee wanted the association with the Kardashian brand for publicity during his press tours, but he didn't want the actual commitment that comes with being in that family. And Kylie wanted the legitimacy and artistic credibility that comes with dating a serious actor, but she didn't want to accept that he was never going to give her the public relationship she craves. So they've been stuck in this weird performance, showing up together occasionally, letting themselves be photographed, but never actually building a real partnership. And now, if a baby is involved, they're going to be forced to figure out what they actually are to each other. Are they co-parents? Are they trying to be a couple? Are they going to co-parent separately? Are they going to fake a relationship for the sake of the child? None of those options sound particularly healthy or sustainable. And that's what makes this situation so concerning. Because if Kylie is using a pregnancy to trap Timothee, that's not love. That's manipulation. That's fear and insecurity driving a decision that's going to affect not just them, but an innocent child who didn't ask to be born into this mess. And if Timothee stays in a relationship he doesn't want to be in because he feels obligated, because he's afraid of the public backlash, because he doesn't want to damage his career, that's not healthy either. That's resentment waiting to happen. That's a relationship that's going to fall apart eventually, probably in an even messier way than if they just ended it now. So what do you think? Is Kylie really pregnant? Or is this just another rumor? And if she is this a genuine choice or a calculated move to keep Timothee from leaving? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and make sure you're subscribed because this story is far from over.